Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Masters of the Universe 3D action game. So what do you say about a game like this? Look, I grew up on He-Man. He-Man was my hero in the beginning of my life, and I have a nostalgia factor for He-Man. And I will not apologize for that. I'm a He-Man fan, and perhaps a fanatic. So what do we have here? We have a spin and move He-Man game. It's 3D in the fact that you can just kind of, at certain points, you'll spin the board on certain spots, and you might go from the top all the way to the bottom, or from the bottom to the top. And that's hee-hee-ha-ha. That's what we're doing here. There's a little bit of fighting involved, where if you're in the same spot, then you roll the spinner, whoever loses go back to the beginning. So a very aggravating game. Spin and move, you're constantly moving backwards. Somebody might get all the way to the front with a little bit of luck. It is what it is. Is a He-Man nostalgia spin and move game for kids. If your kid likes He-Man, this game will work out. There's not a whole lot here, but you know what? I got a soft spot in my heart for He-Man. For me, it's a keeper from nostalgia. Everybody else might want to get rid of this one and purge it. You're going to take a look at the flow of the game and know if it's right for you and your child or not. Here's Masters of the Universe, the 3D action game featuring He-Man. I do want to point out this is for 2 to 6 players, but once you get over the age of 10, you cannot play this game. And that is not Cringer's face. I guess Battle Cat died somewhere else. He got another cat, because that is not Cringer. But let's take a look at what comes inside. You're going to get this plastic board, and you're going to kind of look like that. You're going to put this picture over it, and this other plastic will go over it. It says Masters of the Universe, and it has all different scenes from different fighting and different automobiles. Here's He-Man and Orko, etc. This is actually kind of nice. It's held up really well over the years. You're going to get a number of standees in here. You're going to see here's He-Man and Man-at-Arms. You're going to get Merman and Skeletor. And Tila and Beastman. And what's great is you get double-sided. So you can see both of these that will be in there. Get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a couple minutes. And you get the spinner. This spinner is actually fantastic, believe it or not. This is really cool. That's not Cringer. That's not Cringer. But it spins really fast. It's held up really well over the years. Wonderful. Here's a rule book for Masters of the Universe. It's not called He-Man, actually. It's called Masters of the Universe, which is what it was originally called. Going to have a lot of this is going to be like how to put things together. Here's how you put the spinner together, how you put the board together. The rules are really just down here. And this is what you do. This is the rules of as you go through. Some variation you can have in team games if you want to have the 4 to 6 player experience. Rules are very easy. Probably can read this in about 5 minutes. You'll be up and rolling. So when the game starts, you have your players off the board. Whoever goes first, let's say He-Man goes first. You spin the spinner and you move that many spaces. 1, 2, 3, and you're on the board. So let's talk about, it's all this spin and move. You got arrows telling you you'll go through here. And the first one to get down to the finish of Castle Grayskull will be your winner. So some of the spaces will tell you go ahead 1 space, lose a turn. You got Storm, go back 2 spaces. Trapped, lose a turn. Time Warp, you got to go all the way back to the start. Then you're going to have these Wind Raiders, Battle Ram, the Talon Falcon, some of these automobiles that they have in the universe. When you land on one of these, then the board will reset, and everybody on it, wherever they're at, okay, let's say Man-at-Arms, we're going to Wind Raider, will then reset, possibly getting closer or further away from the finish. The other one you have is the Orko space. When you land, let's say Man-at-Arms or an Orko, he can swap spots with anybody on the board that he wants. The only other little caveat to it is if you have the bad guys and the good guys. So there's teams in this. If a good guy lands on a space with a bad guy, then you will have to battle. What you do is one person will roll. Skeletor rolled a 1. He-Man rolled a 2, let's say. That means Skeletor has to go back to the start. That's how the battles will be. Otherwise, it's a race to the finish. First one here will win the game. There is a variant that you can play. Let's say you're playing 2-player, 3 people are playing good guys, 3 players playing bad guys. You have to get all 3 of your guys to the finish. That's a variant you can have. And if you're playing 4 or 6, you could play teams. And once again, you have to get all of your characters to the finish. That's a different way to play. Very adjustable game. Very easy to play for younger kids. Who should buy this game? He-Man fanatics. Who are we kidding here? Anybody who's not into He-Man probably not going to like this game. With that said, that little 3D thing, I'm not sure I've seen it anywhere else. Have we? Comment below if you think you've seen that before in a different game. I'd be very interested if they reskinned it or used that somewhere else. But for what I can tell, it's a one-time thing. It's neat. It's spin and moves, no decisions, no luck. For younger kids, He-Man fans at the time, it's a novelty at this point. If you're not a He-Man fan, I don't think you want this. For me, it's a keeper. It's likely a purge for you. But you know what? I like bringing it out and playing with my son. So sue me.